Hello, my dear friends, the good people of the planet Earth. The Baha'i greeting of Allahu Akbar to all of you. I sincerely care about you, whoever you are that are listening to me. And the whole notion of these is that I might be a part of the solution to your daily life on behalf of the Baha'u'llah as an elder. So far, we spoke all about philosophy. Now we're going to turn the tune into some practical matter, a practical religion that could be put in practice and can assure and guarantee the success of the individual, not in what they want, but into a happier state, something that everyone is after. Whenever I talk about religion, I remember, so long in Canada, 24, many people, those people that, every day, Joe citizen that is a plumber, is an electrician, is a mortgage man, he's a banker. Those type of people that usually you must have encountered with, that they're not interested in religion. They're just atheists, really. And they just find religion, philosophy, even the truth, is just a pastime. Something if you had extra time, it's an entertainment. It's for a special interest. Those who are into it, it is because they want to make money. They're a part of the group that has become their jobs. Or simply they're like artists, like some people, I've been, encounter people that when I talk religion, it says, hey, I prefer football. Well, I like hockey. I'd rather do painting. So to them, these things are not going to solve their problem. They don't find any real relation between so-called revelation of God with their daily problems. I've been asked, when I push sometimes sincerely. They tell me that, Mr. Tamori, you talk very nicely and sincerely, but what you tell me as a Baha'i faith, it's another religion or whatever. I have different type of problem. My problem is not that if there is a God or not, or how vast is the universe, or what happens to me when I die. Today I have problem with my wife, in my family. We're arguing over. We don't know what happened, There's so much love they had has kind of died out. And economy is killing us, We're bored. We come home, we're bored, we don't want to go to a mall. Anytime you spend money, then we're short. Credit cards are loaded. And others have been telling me that, what could your religion and your Baha'u'llah do for me? I have bad relationship with my children. They don't listen to me. Some guy, strange enough, called me from Toronto one day on my 1-800 number. He said that you say you're elder of God and God has brought a new religion. I came from Iran. My son turned into a gay. What do I do? Well, how could you solve this? Like people say, we need doctors. We need economists. We don't need religion. What is that going to do to us, You go to a little bit deeper into those who have made, some success in the material life, even they have family, good family life. They complain about their government. I remember one of them was telling me that, it seems we have no choice but to have a government. If we don't have government, it'll be anarchy. Everybody comes and this and that. And when we have government, it's just between the fox and the wolf we have to choose. We don't like them all, but that's all it's there. So it's like a perpetual war between people who are electing their own government because they know they're going to not to do what they say, and they're just going to change the things, bad policies and all that affects their life and everything else. So how do we fix this problem to create a government, something that we know is not lying to us? So people are after these kind of things. Today, a Baha'i philosopher, a Baha'i teacher has to study the religion of God and finds out how to find answer to this particular matters. It's like if you study mathematics, then you have to solve the mathematical problem. I've said before, religion of God is very much like the nature of God. There's great affinities between them. In the nature, there's medicines and there are poisons. You could use this nature to create a house to live in it. This nature also, you can fall into in a ditch from a mountain, from whatever, and die. So there's two sides to the nature, basically. Good side, bad sides. Or it's all good, but you have to kind of know what you're doing, how to use it, be careful. Same is basically the religion of God. It's very raw material of science, the raw material of life. Baha'i faith is the theory of the living on the earth. And it's much, much, much sophisticated than any religion in the past. It's not even comparable, as Shoghi Effendi says. We have not come to create another religion to add to the religion of the past. No, this is a world order. It is something that put the planet together with the people that are happy. Otherwise, if they're sincere and honest and hardworking, they will achieve to the happiness. And those who've fallen, there is a remedy for them to, help them out and go on. So, religion can have a lot of traps in it. If you don't know, if you fall into it, you get misguided and you go. We have had thousands of covenant breakers that they're numbering me as one of them too. These poor souls, they think I'm covenant breakers. They don't understand the covenant of God. It can never be broken. Never. And those who break the covenant, they break their own covenant with God. God cannot, his religion or his faith cannot be broken. There's no way. So, but there are a lot of, misguidance. There are lots, and it's all because we are feeding them, If we can't solve our problem ourselves, then what's going to happen? The problem solvers, they come by and they trick us. Usually then we're ignorant, because if we were not ignorant, we would have solved the problem. If we haven't solved the problem, then we're ignorant. If we're ignorant, those shysters, they find you. They use your ignorance against yourself. That's what's basically happening in the world of religion right now. It's the biggest business, really. So today I want to tell you that Baha'i faith or religion in general, those religions of the past are historical value. I'm not going to get into it. But today the Baha'i faith is not a hobby. It's not for special groups. It's not a pastime matter. It is dealing directly with your everyday life. When you're in bed with your wife, when you're talking to your kids, when you're eating your food, and when you're trying to solve your problem of your matters. It deals with your depression, it deals with your unhappiness, it deals with your personal injuries. It solves the problem for you. But we do have to get up and make an effort. Because right now, just like the movie I had seen some times ago, this Hollywood is sometimes they make strange movies. And one of them was this Matrix movie. I saw Matrix. And that truly exists. I said to one of the people that Do you believe in Matrix? Matrix has installed a chip in your head and you do as they say. He said, come on, this is impossible. I said, totally. Here in this room I prove it to you. He said, so what is the chip? I told him, called nicotine. Nicotine is an actual material in your head. Tells you that you have to smoke. You have become a slave to the system. For their survival, they have to compete, and therefore they will cheat whatever they can do to get you. Baha'u'llah teach you how to get yourself insulated, to have the shield around yourself. You know, there are thousands of things that they give you and they tell you that has, a little immediate solution, but a long-term misery. If you have a toothache, you don't need a Tylenol tree. You need to go to a dentist to fix your tooth. So these solutions and these moments of the happiness is nothing but sadness. It's just like the water of the sea. It looks blue, but when you take a drop of it, a jar of it is not blue, it's white, it's transparent. But when you put them together, piled on the top of each other, they look blue. They don't look as transparent. These moments of the happiness that people have, when they watch a movie, they go to a mall, they have a beer. When you put these moments together, it's very blue. That's like that sea. That's a sad life. So we have to come to that awareness. Historically, people who try to reconstruct religion, I'd mention one of them, let's say in Islam. Well, this fellow name is Attar. He did some reconstruction of the religion, and he has the book called The Speeches of the Bird, in which he constructed a 7 different process. It's called the 7 cities of love. That how you go through this 7 process and you enter the presence of God, basically. What people today are not interested at all. This kind of process are in the religion. Baha'u'llah, because it was asked by some of these dervishes and the Sufis about these 7 values and 7 processes, Baha'u'llah explained that in a very much smaller version, not as detailed as them, but 100% true. If I dig into it and try to interpret it, the whole issue will be resolved. And the first Baha'u'llah's 7th process called 7 valleys of love, in which the person is a seeker and he's seeking, he's desiring. That desires and seeking the truth makes him to fall in love. And if he get out of love, love doesn't kill him, he will reach to a 3rd valley, which will be the understanding. Then he understands, he says. Then he understands there's a oneness in this universe, the way I explained it to you. There's a oneness even between us and the messengers of God. They are between us and the teacher. Teacher is great for having the job to teach us. We are great to be having the teacher. In a way, it works out that there's a great balance and unity in the universe. And then after the Valley of Unity, I believe he falls into the a station, of richness and wealth. He feels wealthy, he feels rich, he doesn't need so many thousands of things that are in this universe physically. What he wants is so simple, and that's the spirituality. And he feels a lot of wealth.